Camara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, fresh off a big performance a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Green Bay Packers taking on the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they've handled all. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Shaw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st down, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, hey, let's go, come on.
Throwing on first down. Rodgers. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about this.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Rodgers now throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got it.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. The Packer offense now ready to get back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, Almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. They'll run with Montgomery. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Let's go, come on. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. To throw is Rodgers. On 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Rodgers on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers add on to their lead. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
58!
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams from 3 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Rodgers looking to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a potentially
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Throwing on third down, Stafford. The screen pass here to Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the... Well, the defense did their job. They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now second drive of the game, first for this offense. And what can they do with their go-around? On first down, Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Rodgers again now, eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. This is Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job.
Just above 1 minute remaining here in the second quarter. This offense looking to get down at least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field.
319!
Rodgers throwing on first down. His throw incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
319!
Here's Rodgers to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Time to jump back in as Aaron Rodgers has the Packer offense inside the red zone and looking to finish off a scoring drive. Rodgers now On 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Shrugs the 10. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Eluding the play, and the Packers are in for the score.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for...
A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Time to jump back in as Aaron Rodgers has the Packer offense inside the red zone and looking to finish off a scoring drive. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover.
Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 9th. We'll get back to this one with the offense trying to put the finishing touches on a possible victory, essentially just needing a 1st down to end it. The defense, though, they do have all 3 timeouts. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers throwing here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Eluded. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the... And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Packers, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention.